Hey guys, so sorry I haven't uploaded in a bit. I have been busy. I know I've been working so hard on the shorts and such, but it's I haven't really uploaded I've been trying to do daily shorts, but I haven't uploaded in a day. This is the reason why. I'm just gonna get the elephant right out of the room. The Charlie Kirk situation is insane. I watched the video and I can't unsee it now. I just can't. Um, this is a re-recording actually of that video of the video I just recorded talking about it, and I'm just gonna say it unfiltered. I'm disturbed. I'm genuinely disturbed. It is shocking and it's appalling. Like it coming from somebody who has seen a lot of crazy shit on the internet. This video disturbed me. It genuinely disturbed me. I am not the same person I was like on Wednesday. I went into Wednesday one person and I came out of it a different person. That's just the God's honest truth. Now, if you don't know who Charlie Kirk is he's a political commentator. He a very polarizing, and controversial figure, like I'm not going to lie. Whether or not, you disagree or agree with his takes, whether or not I disagree or agree with his takes is completely irrelevant to what this video is supposed to be. Now, I wanted to make this video as somebody who is a open offline in my own personal life. I am, a staunch libertarian. I've come out as that. I'm somebody who has his own beliefs, and I pretty much believe in that. Respect others, respect me, and such, and blah blah blah. That has nothing to do though with what I have to say here. I only wanted to make this video not to demonize or vilify anybody on any particular side, even though it might come off that way. I don't know. See, the problem is we are in such divided times. It is genuinely scary. I am genuinely fearful for not only my own life, but for the lives of people around me. And I'm somebody who wants to grow his own platform, maybe not in something, in politics, but I mean, like, I mean, people have said some crazy shit about people, over people have done and said crazy shit over video games. Like, for Christ's sakes, you'll hear stories about, like, somebody getting doxxed because they said, they said something about, like, fucking Elden Ring videos. We live in crazy times, and that's just the reality of the situation here. Now, my whole thing, the reason why I wanted to make this video, personally, is because of the discourse that I've seen on Instagram, right? Now, I'm somebody who has friends from all sides of the political spectrum because I, like to think of myself as um just as a free thinker, I guess. I don't know. I'm somebody who likes to listen to both sides. I think both sides, in terms of politics or just anything, there's always, there's always two different sides. There is a clear right and wrong, and I think this is one of those things where it's like it's a little bit wrong. Now, whether or not you feel like, you feel bad or not for Charlie Kirk for his death, whether or not, like, you feel saddened about it, this is not about that. Like, I can understand, I guess, to a certain extent on why some people may not, feel anything for him dying, because it's like people did see him as a polarizing and controversial figure. I can see that. If, like, if I'm going to play devil's advocate here. However, the sheer amount of celebration that I am seeing for a man losing his life is genuinely disturbing. Now, and what's disturbing to me is, and my hope is that these people who are celebrating this have not seen the video, because I have seen the video. And if your first reaction to watching a video like that is joy, I'm encouraging you to take a step back from the internet, take a look at yourself, and just think, like, is this really something to be happy about? Like, even so, even if, like, there's evil, the most evil person, in my opinion, like, if I could think of, like, some evil person, if I legit saw them, like, get shot in the neck and just saw the life leave them, it leaves a negative impression on me. I know it does. You know, whether you like it or not, seeing that does something to people. Like, there's a reason why soldiers who go into battle don't come back the same. This stuff, seeing death does do something to you. And the unfortunate thing here is we have now essentially brought in a new we have now we've now brought in a new level, like a new problem or just a new factor into modern debate, not just political debate. I think modern debate in general. I feel like this is going to transcend the political space, and it might go into different spaces. This is just my opinion. And, I don't want that to happen. I really don't. And, and I am fearful not only for my own safety, but for the safety of a lot of people within my circles, because I know people who, who are conservatives, or who are in more conservative spaces. I genuinely feel fear for them because, they're literally, having people somewhat advocate for, heinous actions towards them. And at some point somebody is going to act. Now, on the other side of this, I do have people who are, I do have family and friends who are completely on the other side of this. I have I know a lot of people, there are a lot of people in my life who are a part of the trans community, and I genuinely feel fear for them. I do, because whether or not they, Charlie Kirk is not even like a factor in this. I don't know. I don't ask them about it. I don't talk about politics with them. I don't know what their opinions or thoughts are on Kirk. They're probably negative, but it doesn't matter to me. There's still people in my life, and I still fear for their safety because I know they're going to be roped in to this radical space of not just the political, of just the internet. This has changed. Like, there's going to be legislation. There is going to be this is a culture shock. It is a cultural shift. I see a lot of people comparing this to Martin Luther King, and in a ways it kind of is like that. Whether or not you see it or not, it doesn't matter. This was like a political figure, like a well-known political activist who has just been assassinated right in front of us. And it's definitely affected a lot of people. It's affected me. And I don't know Charlie Kirk. I don't even think I would invite the man to the fucking blunt rotation. I don't think he'd want to be invited to the blunt rotation. But just seeing that, still, it's done something to me. It has affected me, and I can't go back. It's unfortunate. I've seen I've seen people who I'd like to think are some very tough people get genuinely disturbed and uncomfortable from the sight of what happened, of from seeing the video. And it's I'm wondering what it's going to be like in the future, but I feel like this is something that me personally, I had to talk about. It does affect me. As much as I don't want it to, it does. I'm thinking of taking a break from the internet for at least a while, maybe a week or two, because in just the last week, I have seen 3 people lose their lives, and it's disturbing. I saw it was Kirk. There was that girl on the subway. Even somewhat local. I think this was an older story from 2 years ago, but it resurfaced on my timeline. A guy on a bus got he got attacked. And things like this, as much as we don't like to admit it, it does affect us, negatively, positive, whatever. It does affect you, but majority negatively. So, and one last thing I want to talk about is, and I've talked about this before, right? I have talked about regarding video games wise, the disingenuous nature of the media and how they portray video games. There's also got to be a serious conversation for how they also portray conservatives in general. And this is coming from somebody who is not, again, not conservative. I saw on MSNBC, they reported oh, we don't know what happened. It might have been somebody, shooting their gun off in celebration. Just the sheer amount of willful dishonesty and disingenuous nature of our legacy media is frankly, it's personally, it annoys me. It just annoys me. I don't like it. I don't like to see it. This whole situation is just, it's just wrong. I don't like it. Anyways, my thoughts and prayers go out to Kirk's family, and also, like, to that one victim, to just all the victims from that I've seen in this last week. My heart goes out to your family. Like, it goes out to you, your families. May you rest in peace. And yeah, anyway, these are my thoughts and opinions. Comments will be left open. I can't wait to see the flame war there. I do hope that one day we all as a society can collectively come together and say, you know what, this is probably the turning point. This is enough. Now, I don't plan on making any more videos like this. I don't want to make any more videos like this. I am, I'm somebody who likes to talk about video games. I like to keep everything lighthearted. But this is one of those things that has affected me in my work life, my personal life. It has affected me. And I think this is my way of saying, like, it's affected me. I want it to go out there, and I want somebody to see this. My hope is somebody sees this and maybe realizes that this is probably affecting you too. And hopefully it allows you or anybody to, like, take a step back and just reassess and reevaluate, like, the way you see life, and just life, politics, or just whatever, just the way you see things around you in the world. And yeah, and I hope that everybody who I've mentioned, because I don't know if you will see this. I mean, you probably will see it. I genuinely hope this doesn't affect you in any way. I hope for your health and safety. That's all I can give. Anyways, that's all I have to say. I'll see you guys when I post the next video.